Your office asked us to hold this until you got here.
And have you?
Yes, sir.
Good. I'm not here to make a heartfelt plea for my son. I want the facts. These arraignments happened so quickly that after tonight, I may never get the real story.
Dad, I'm so sorry.
Did I ask you to speak?
Your son was in the Laurel Canyon area. He'd had a little to drink.
His BAC was .12.
At 10:27 p.m., he entered an abandoned parking hangar with one Timothy LaRoche.
At which point they begin to argue over a bet or a girl, we're not quite certain, but for whatever reason at 10:49 p.m., Amos Cole killed his best friend and fled the scene.
He ran from authorities, but we easily pursued him back here. After a brief interrogation, we received the call from your assistant.
Wow. I never thought I'd say this, but I'm actually glad your mother's gone. I'm glad she's no longer around to see what you've become, because it would have killed her. And she had such high hopes for you. And you threw it all away. I changed my mind. I have a request. What he did was inexcusable. And justice must be done. So send him to Convergence, but as a guard, not as a prisoner. And just to be crystal clear, I am not doing this for you. I'm doing it for your mother. May he be banished, and may he pay for his crimes with labor, but do not put him in a cell. And in exchange, I would like to make a donation to your precinct.
Before we accept such an offer, we would need to know...
The figure.
His entire inheritance seems very fitting. It's wasted now. Sum is 9 figures. Need I go on?
Good evening, officers, guilty parties, and bystanders. Please state your name for the record.
Run program BR1B3.
Scanning. All parties uninvolved with this negotiation must leave the room. Please state your names.
Detective Mills.
Detective Rodriguez.
Elijah Cole.
Amos Cole.
Elijah Cole. As a non-officer and an innocent party still remaining in this room, you will be making this transaction?
Yes.
From what account would you like to make this donation?
My company's trust for Amos Cole, account number 7842-1227.
Scanning. Thumbprint required for authorization. Amos Cole, you have been found guilty by this court. You are to be banished to Convergence to begin work for El Reno. The donation made in your name is appreciated and will cover the fees incurred by this court. This punishment is just because in society you were given opportunity, but you sought to separate yourself from the greater ideals at play, and so you separate yourself forever. Court is adjourned.
You deserve to die out there alone. Because that's what happens to bad men. They die alone.
You're lucky, kid. This kind of thing doesn't happen often. I like to see when it does. So I'm into getting saved like this.
Can't save them all.